Pro Football Focus ranking the running back rooms, the units. Number 1 was the 49ers. Number 2, the Falcons. Number 3, the Browns, ahead of the Titans. Number 4, it's kind of a curious ranking there. They go Niners, Falcons, Browns, Titans, Colts. Again, you could say Nick Chubb is probably the best running back in the NFL.
You can absolutely make a case for it. I mean, he's obviously not had the kind of touches that Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor have had over the last couple of seasons, but that's certainly been by design, I think, to save some mileage on Nick Chubb and have him for potentially that extra year or two compared to some of these other guys. So I think that's why you have to believe Nick Chubb. Even though he's as good as there is in the NFL, he just hasn't quite put up the numbers, just because the usage hasn't quite been as you would typically see out of a team that has a caliber running back that the Browns do, Nick Chubb. And I think the fact that I look at this unit ranking, clearly the Niners are number 1. Christian McCaffrey and Elijah Mitchell would start for so many teams at running back. Plus, they could just throw Deebo Samuel in the backfield, have him get the ball, and all of a sudden you got 3 really good running backs there. But what I think is going to be interesting for the Browns in the running game is what do they get out of Jerome Ford this year? Because it unless something crazy happens in the next month or two, you would have to imagine he's the number 2 guy. There was plenty to like last year. Special teams, he was very good in the return game, great in the preseason. Getting handoffs. I think the Jacksonville game, the first preseason game, he showed a lot of promise, a lot of good plays from him. Just didn't really get a lot of opportunities in the regular season, and you can understand why, because 3 veteran backs in front of him, and Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Dearness Johnson. Those last 2 guys are gone. So you imagine Ford moves up to number 2, and I think he's got some speed. He's got some really good speed, and I think that speed can make him a good complement to Nick Chubb, and that ability to get outside and break off some decent runs. Just to spell Nick Chubb a little bit, I think is going to be important.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Is it an organizational thing where you don't want to run Nick Chubb as many times as is normal? We'll find that out.